In this video, we look at 5 most important skills to develop as a beginner rider. Hi, my name is Vinny and thanks for stopping by. If you are interested in motorcycle related content, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you find any value in this video, then make sure to give me a thumbs up. Riding a motorcycle requires quite a bit of skill and practice, especially when you are a beginner rider. There are some techniques that you need to develop to ride your bike safely on the road and be confident about it. Now, the first skill that you need to develop is called a 3-second rule. Now, 3-second rule is nothing but keeping enough distance, keeping 3 seconds worth of distance in between the driver or the rider in front of you and yourself. The reason why we say 3 seconds is because 3 seconds is just enough time for you to brake in case the driver or the rider in front of you brakes abruptly. And your braking is going to depend on a number of factors such as the braking efficiency, the actual brakes that are in your motorcycle, your tire pressure, your condition of the tires, the road condition, whether it's wet or dry or hot, and what kind of suspension you have. Do you have a soft suspension or a hard suspension or a medium suspension? If you are carrying any load on your bike, or if you have a pillion rider. Now you got to keep all these things in mind while you're riding a motorcycle, and keeping a 3-second distance will sort of allow you to brake efficiently if you find yourself in an emergency. And I understand that some of you will say that if you keep that 3-second distance, the other drivers or the other riders are going to sort of fit in between you and the rider in front of you or the driver in front of you. And that's absolutely fine, guys. What you need to do is just maintain that 3-second distance. So slow down and maintain that distance from the person who's just come in between. Alright, the second thing that we need to talk about is your speed controls, your fast speed controls and your slow speed controls. And we all know that anyone can learn how to ride a bike and anyone can learn how to ride a bike fast. But the problem comes when they are trying to take a corner too fast. That seems to be the bigger issue. And I'm sure you watched the videos on YouTube, the crash videos on YouTube, and even Dan from Dan Dan the Fireman sort of explaining why people crash. And most of the videos that I have seen are on the corners, and it seems like people can't control their speed as they are getting into a corner. They either go too fast or they lean their bike too far. And learning to ride your bike fast is also very important, because when you're riding a bike on a freeway or a highway, you have to ride fast. But the other side is you also have to develop this slow riding techniques, slow riding skills, which are also as important as riding a bike fast. Learning how to ride your bike at a slow speed will make sure that you learn proper techniques of clutch control and your body positioning when you are on slow speed. It will also help you to improve taking your U-turns at slow speed. And once you master riding a bike at slow speed, it is definitely going to help you ride your bike faster as well. Alright, the third thing we need to look at is hand position. Hand is your head, eyes, and nose. And it's one of the most important skills that they actually teach in motorcycle riding safety courses. Basically, what it means is to keep your head, your eyes, and nose in the direction you want to go. So if you want to turn right, you'll move your head, look towards your right, and point your nose towards right and take a right turn. Now, what happens is when you're actually doing all these three things, you're moving your head, you're looking, and you are pointing your nose towards where you want to go, your bike automatically follows that and turns in that direction. And if you don't believe me, try it out the next time you're out practicing in an empty parking lot. Don't do it on a road where chances of you crashing are a lot higher. Like I said earlier, this is one of the skills they teach in motorcycle riding safety courses, and the reason is because a lot of new riders, a lot of beginner riders, they sort of tend to look at the view in front of them and just the road, the asphalt right in front of them, and they don't look as far as their eyes go straight up ahead. And when you want to take a corner, you're looking in the direction where you want to go. It also helps you to sort of identify any hazards that may be on the road or the corner. The fourth thing we want to talk about is emergency braking. Now, emergency braking is the most effective life-saving exercise that you will ever do in your practices. Based on a broad research, 33% of the riders actually don't do anything when they are in an emergency. I mean, they don't even apply their brake. And this is purely because of the panic that gets into them and the overwhelm of the situation. And if they don't have that 3 second distance, it can be very disastrous for them. So the best way to overcome that panic is to practice your emergency braking in empty car parks, or in an area where there's no traffic at all, and that'll help you to apply that skill when you actually need to, and not be afraid of locking your wheels completely. The best way to learn how to practice emergency braking is to go to an empty parking lot, put a marker somewhere, and this marker is going to be used to where you start braking your bike. So maybe get up to a speed of 20, maybe 30 kilometers an hour, and then go and start braking. Just do it a couple of times and you'll get a feel of how far you can take it. And then what you need to do is start practicing that emergency braking, where you go to that marker at 30 20, 30 kilometers an hour, and you keep your body upright and you apply maximum pressure on your brake, but do that in a very progressive way and slowly squeezing that lever so that your wheels, the front wheels, don't lock. And with your rear brake, apply your rear brake as soon as you start putting pressure on your front brake. And as soon as your bike is about to come to a stop, pull that clutch lever in. And what's going to happen with that is your engine is also trying to slow your bike down. And if your clutch lever is pressed all the way in, as soon as you start braking your bike, your engine will not be able to slow your bike down. I hope it all makes sense, and if it doesn't, then leave me a comment below and I'll share more tips with you. Now, the fifth thing that we will discuss today is your cornering skills. Alright, now if you are expecting me to give you tips on how to put your knee down on a corner, well, that's not going to happen. Well, at least not today. I honestly don't feel the need that I need to put my knee down to take a corner. And if you are actually putting your knee down on a corner, then there's two reasons for it. Either you're going too fast, or you just want to do it for fun. Well, road isn't a place where you want to do anything stupid. So like I said, I just don't get the need for it to do it on the road. Regardless of whatever I say or I do, learning how to take your corners properly is an important skill that you need to develop. The easiest way for you to learn how to do this is to remember these four things: to slow, look, press, and roll. Now, what you want to do is you want to slow down and set up your speed as you are approaching the corner, and enter a corner on a speed that will sort of allow you to respond to anything that crops up. And then you want to look where you want to go. So if you want to go on your right, make sure to turn your head, look in the direction where you're going to go, point that nose, remember your hand position, and make sure you are looking as far as your eyes can go on the turn. And you want to set yourself up on a turn where you've got maximum visibility of the road ahead. Then what you want to do is you want to sort of press your handlebar outwards. So if you are taking a right turn, then you want to press that handlebar a little bit outwards, and if you're taking a left turn, you want to press that handlebar a little bit outwards on your left. What that does is it sort of leans your bike towards the hand where you are pressing. And that's just the simplest way to explain counter steering. So if you want to turn right, press your handlebar outside and your bike lean on the right, and you can take that turn easily. And now as soon as you're starting coming out of that corner, you want to roll your throttle a little bit so that you've got enough speed to sort of put your bike upright again and go straight ahead. Now, like with every other skill that we've talked about today, you can also practice this skill in an empty parking lot. Alright guys, I hope you like my tips on increasing your skill level and gaining more confidence on the road. Like I said earlier, there is a lot more to riding a motorcycle on the road than just these 5 skills, but this is a very good start. Hope you liked today's video, and if you did, make sure to give me a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, ride safe. Bye.